Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 8th, 2022 Total Lunar Eclipse reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity, channeling into the divine energy, and having God bless, divinity, however you say it or see it, bless this reading. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Gemini, right off the bat, it has to be acknowledged there's very intense energy here before we're even looking at the moon or anything. So acknowledging that intensity of energy is going to be very important for us because we're kind of turned up. We're turned up to 100 during this time. We're feeling everything very intensely. Things are hitting us a lot harder than usual. Being aware of that is going to be vitally important for us. Okay, I'm going to start this reading by asking for a blessing from divinity, from God, again, however you say it, however you see it, in order to guide us forward. We're going to be starting with looking at the energy that we need to be mindful of during this total lunar eclipse. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So we have the Six of Swords. There's a change that is frightening us. It's very emotional. It's very almost visceral here. And it can be astoundingly overwhelming. So just be very, very, very aware of that. We have logic on our side, yes, but the way somebody's tallying things or the way we think somebody is tallying things is not necessarily the logic that we'd like them to be using. So again, be aware of this. Or a person is hearing both sides of the story, looking at every angle, and it can be astoundingly overwhelming for us. Again, be aware. Because what we're going to find is during this time, this full moon, it's not only going to affect us now, this total lunar eclipse, we will feel the effects of this 6 months from now. This is a powerhouse time. This is a big deal full moon because it is a total lunar eclipse. This full moon falls at 16 degrees Taurus, okay? And this full moon and total lunar eclipse are about closure. They're about completion. They're about things coming together and about endings. We feel that, but we're fearing it, okay? We are going into the darkness in order to bring to light what needs to be brought to light. And it's that darkness that can be completely, gets me emotional right here, can be completely overwhelming. Secrets are being revealed. The sun is in Scorpio, okay? And again, this leads us and needs us to go into the darkness so that we can bring to the light what needs to be there, what needs to be seen. Scorpio is very complex. Taurus is much more straightforward. We want things to be straightforward. We're looking at the complexity of Scorpio and saying, could you chill just a little bit? Could you calm that down? Okay? Remember, Taurus and Scorpio, they're sister signs. So they can be the best of friends, but the worst of enemies. They can bring out the best in each other, and they can also bring out the worst in each other. We need to be aware of this. We also need to be aware, astrologically, where does Taurus fall in our chart? Where does Scorpio fall in our chart, if at all? If we don't have either one, we're going to have a much easier time of it. If we have them both there, this can be a little bit complex. This eclipse an eclipse is either near the north lunar node or the south lunar node. This eclipse is near the north lunar node. And that means that even though we're dealing with secrets, even though we're dealing with endings, we're also dealing with beginnings. These endings bring forward the beginnings. And this is going to be a time where, North Lunar Node is also known as the head of the dragon. This is going to be a time where we see what's really guiding us, where things, again, are brought to the light, and we're going to see those new beginnings come forward with a vengeance. But we're very overwhelmed by them. And there's a sense of the person who's steering the boat, we're not the ones steering it. It's divinity, it's God, it's the universe. And we feel as if, I hope I'm prepared. I hope I brought everything with me, okay? Be aware of this. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So I know that's a bit, so just be aware of that. And I'm sorry if you can hear my nephew screaming in the background. I apologize for that. But he's 3 and prone to tantrums right now. Okay. So what we have here is the chariot crowning everything. Things are moving forward. And I love the carousel horse. I love the depiction of this. Now, if we're born on the cusp with Cancer, we have Cancer in our chart, that part of our personality taking over. It's like, okay, I'm ruling this. Okay, we have to be aware of that. But we also are going to be seeing things moving forward. We're going to be taking the reins. And that's going to be something that's very important. We then have, I'm just going to go through the cards and then see what Spirit says. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, the symbol is right up here. I know some people really like to be able to see it themselves. The Knight words are right there. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. The 6 of Swords coming through once again. Okay, that depiction of being in that piranha, it's piranhas, right? Filled water, that nasty fish filled water, and feeling like we don't have a full boat even on our side is so true for this time. We then have the 6 of Pentacles. Things are coming into balance. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. And we have the 8 of Pentacles, okay? We're creating something beautiful. We've been working on this for a really long time. That's why we're so emotionally invested. We have the water sign energy come forward of Cancer, right? Cancer is a water sign energy. Our emotions can be leading all of this. We can find that we're like a roller coaster ride, right? We have our highs, we have our lows. This is going to be a time we need to take those reins, because whatever energy we're sitting in, this moon says, okay, this lunar eclipse, whose energy affects us for the next 6 months, says, okay, I can build this up for you. I can move this for you. I got this. So we have to be aware of it. We have to be aware during this time that whatever energy we are in takes the reins. And we can really have our emotions just absolutely take over. So be prepared for that. But note that once you know it, once you see it, once you see that pattern, once you know, okay, I see what I'm falling into, and you take the reins, Gemini, you're like, I got this, and nothing is going to stop me. When we move to the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow moving, but this is Taurus energy coming through. Taurus energy comes through, all right, a lot more here than Scorpio energy. We do have Cups. Scorpio energy has us looking in the past, okay? We can find that we get rather nostalgic. We can be very hard on ourselves. If I didn't make this mistake once upon a time, everything would be better now. It's not true. It's just going to be where our mind goes. We want to organize everything and, have a reason, have a story for everything. Sometimes you just don't get to have that. With the Knight of Pentacles, there is a real sense of laying a very sturdy foundation. We could be having somebody fighting us. Now, it doesn't have to be an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, but it can be somebody fighting us when it comes to the foundation that we're building, when it comes to how we're seeing things, okay, and how we're moving things forward. This can be a person who is usually very stable, very steady, very logical. They are all ready for a fight. They are ready to, take anyone down for any reason. We have to be aware of that, okay? This person isn't acting logically during this time. They're acting astoundingly emotionally, right? And that's going to be something that we need. Oh, this is the Five of Wands. Okay, Spirit was just saying it's the Five of Wands, Dane. All right, so the Five of Wands is, again, that fighting coming through, just chaotic. It's just chaotic. It's fighting for the sense, for fighting's sake. And this is from a person who's usually much more level-headed. Will they get everything put into order? No, somebody's going to make them. Somebody's going to make them see things. It's going to be around money. Now, what's interesting is Taurus energy is about the money of the here and the now. It's about our paychecks. It's about, our bank accounts. It's about what we can see in the here and now. The Scorpio money is about investments. It's about, the money of the future, the money that we can't really see right now. So we're going to need to be aware of that. With the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady really does win the race. We've gotten off of that. There's been so much chaos in our lives that our slow, steady progression to greatness has been affected. So just know that we need to reel it in, not only with others' energy, but with our own energy. Okay? The Six of Swords is the sense of, I have the knowledge, right? We have the Six of Swords here, which is the energy to be mindful of. It is cradled right here between the Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It's the chaos around balance of finances. We can find that money is going out faster than it's coming in. It's the balance around what we really want, what we're headed towards, what's important to us. So we need to be aware of that. With the Six of Swords, we have everything that we need. But again, barracuda water, we have, these, I think those are the flesh-eating fish. We have the sense of these piranhas. That's it. Barracuda is a song. Okay, piranhas around us trying to devour us, and we don't feel like we're as protected as we need to be. 6 is a very nurturing number. Okay, we have it repeating now as an energy to be very aware of. We then have it repeating a second time. So 3 times divinity. Oh, no, 4 times. So divinity is really telling us that 3 times within this message, this is around nurturing. Okay, this is around people we care for. This is around what we care for ourselves, what we desire, want, need. We are finding that the waters are choppy as we're embracing what we love. We need to acknowledge that, but not be devoured by it. And that's going to be something we find a bit difficult, okay? There's balance around money coming in. For us, we are embracing the practical Taurus energy. We are really saying, okay, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward. A, B, C, check, check, check. That's going to be a very powerful thing for us. With the 6 of Cups, we have a tendency to look towards the past and say, well, this is what happened then, so this is what's going to happen now. Or this is how everything fell apart then, so obviously everything's going to fall apart now. Be, again, very aware of the energy space you're in. If it's positive, you will build positive. If it's negative, you will build negative. And that's what we're seeing here. There's something around money coming forward. There's a balancing of finances that you have been very, very worried about. There's a sense here that you think, oh no, I'm not going to be able to move forward in the wealth that I want, in the prosperity that I want, okay? But your hard work, it pays off. There just needs to be a focus on that hard work, okay? Instead of taking care of everybody else, you need to take care of yourself too. And what you need to do in order to create your wealth, to manifest wealth within your life. This is going to be a time where meditation, yoga, breath work is so important to benefiting us, and yet so hard to do. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Actually, this goes right here. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oh. Okay. there's a ferocity to you. It needs to be acknowledged, Gemini. You're not going to want to acknowledge it. You're going to be like, oh no, I'm kind and I'm caring and I'm supportive and nurturing. Nurturing energy is so important during this time, but we're forgetting the mama bear. We're forgetting the fierceness, the I will protect what is mine, type of thing. And that is going to be so important for us. That energy is going to be very, very much leading us forward, because if we don't do that, we fall into fear. And that's going to be something we need to acknowledge, that we can be very afraid of how things are going to move forward, very distrustful of how things are going to move forward. It's in somebody else's hands. Somebody else is ferrying that boat. And that is something that is very overwhelming for us. We don't want it to be in anybody else's hands but our own. When it comes to what's crowning us, we have the new moon coming through in both decks. And so when we speak astrologically about this being an ending and a new beginning, this is most definitely a new beginning for us, even if it feels like really rocky waters, even if it feels really overwhelming. This is a new beginning. We're taking the reins and we're going after where we need to be, what we desire, what we're looking for. This is a new beginning. And it says a new start is coming. And my goodness, my goodness gracious, do we need that new start? It's going to be so powerful for us. It leads us to that Knight of Pentacles energy, bringing us new beginnings. I mean, again, now we have, this is the full moon. Now we have power. It's new beginnings, but here the full moon is, again, the closure, the conclusions, the things coming together, the endings. A new start is coming because things have ended. Now, it can be that a earth sign energy, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, has ended something. A knight is usually within their 20s or 30s, but this can be somebody who's gotten a new lease on life. This can be somebody who is getting energized and who is very focused. It's like, I'm going to charge forward no matter what. I'm going to charge forward and I'm going to get the job done. That's their personality. I don't care how old they are. They always come through as youngest spirit. So this is going to be very important. We need to follow that example. If there's somebody coming for us, okay, that usually is level-headed, we've hit a nerve with them. They believe that the only way to move forward is to fight. What they don't understand, and what we ourselves are having a hard time grasping, is that we hunger for this fight. It's kind of like, bring it on. I'll rip you apart. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to fight that way, nor should we. What we're going to find is that we are hungering for the chaos to stop. We are hungering for, the fighting to stop. It brings us to a place of fear as we're moving forward, because it can be a fear of, well, what is the outcome of the stopping of this? It can be a fear of, well, how do I move forward and where do I need to be and what do I desire? Also a fear of, well, when the fighting stops, what is the outcome? We need to acknowledge that, but we need to keep on moving forward for us. Okay? There is that sense of, where do I need to be? What do I need to be? How do I need to be for me? It's so important to look at that. We fear it, though. We fear the progression. There's wisdom in the balance. And as we balance, we embrace that wisdom. What we find that comes from the wisdom is a balance of us, a balance of insight and harmony and instincts and ideas. There's wisdom that comes from balance. Everything has been out of balance for so long that we're finding it hard to see the harmony in things. Things are going to start harmonizing again. Kind of think of it as a musical instrument that's out of tune. It doesn't sound right, but when it's in tune, it sounds beautiful. Trust. Trust that you are protected from the past. And trust that the past does not get to have power over your present anymore. And it brings us to beginnings. Our hard work, again, that new moon energy, our hard work, our dedication, our instincts, it brings forward our beginnings. And it brings those beginnings into a new way of being. We are embracing those beginnings. The Eight of Pentacles. It's hard work, dedication, insight, ideas. It's opening up the door. And it's saying, this is where I need to be. But we're working darn hard for it. We have been working darn hard for this new start. And it's finally here. We're still going to have to work hard for it, Gemini. Just be aware of that. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, Ace of Cups. somebody is attacking our heart. Our emotions are really in things. And what we have to be mindful of is having our emotions take the reins and just be completely out of control. Our emotions are being cleansed. Our heart is being cleansed. We're finding a balance. Yes. Okay. But as we're finding that balance, it's almost as if somebody's ripping out our hearts and taking everything that we love and testing it. Yeah. Right here. There's a tower moment around love. For me, this can signify, divorce. This can signify, troubles in relationships. This can signify, those that we love, things are shaky right here. However that is, whatever battle we're facing, it's around what we love and cherish. It doesn't mean that we have to be going through, I don't want to, take us by eyes and say, oh, you have to be going through a divorce or anything like that. But what we love is being tested. What we love is also being threatened, and we fear how things are moving forward. We have this. We definitely have it. Okay, and we take the reins, and we have these new beginnings come forward. Yeah, okay. We have the void, the eclipse, bringing the darkness. Your hard work, okay, pays off. And the high priestess, the veil is being lifted from your eyes. What needs to be is, but also you are embracing a power within yourself that is spectacular. The high priestess sees what others don't necessarily see and moves forward in ways that others can't imagine. And that's what we're doing here. We are moving forward to our greatness and to our power and to our greater understanding of ourselves. And that is extraordinary. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace divinity, God, again, however you say it, however you see it, to lead us forward and guide us in peace. So let's embrace this meditation. It will be accompanied by a loud sound. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may you have a blessed lunar eclipse, full moon, and may God bless you always. Bye.